Hi there. Okay, so skill 3 for grammar is pronoun clarity and agreement. And so remember, a pronoun replaces a noun. So if you were saying Mrs. Wilson is my English teacher, you wouldn't continue to say Mrs. Wilson. When you talked about me after that, after saying my name for the first time, you would call me she or her. So um, the fancy word for this is pronoun antecedent agreement. Like if I said um, the student was absent and they turned in their assignment when they got back, that would be incorrect grammatically because it's one student and they is a plural pronoun. So it would have to be the student was out sick and he or she turned in his or her homework upon return. So this front page always has examples, and every single grammar lesson has a mantra. And so the mantras are really good at helping us remember the skill. And the reason why these mantras are helpful is because if you're going to take the ACT junior year, you really have to know your parts of speech in order to be able to do well on the English ACT. Also, it really just helps you in making your writing better. So mantra 3 says when a pronoun is underlined, we must be totally sure what noun it is referring to. If it's unclear in any way, it's incorrect. The underlined pronoun must also match, as far as being singular or plural, the noun that it refers to. So there is a list here of the pronouns that the ACT uses. They are all, both, each, few, he, her, him, his, I, it, many, neither, nobody, none, one, she, some, them, these, they, we, who, you, and me. And so you will be putting your answers into Echo, and we're going to go over those answers here. So normally I give you a paper copy for your folder, plus you put these in, and that way you have something to study. And then you also put them into Echo so it automatically grades. And on the ACT, remember it's the biggest enemy is time. And so that is true on a lot of standardized tests or timed tests. And so what you want to do is on this test is just read for the answer. You don't have to read the whole passage. So, but we do need to get context. So up here, it starts out my grandma. My grandma begins to flatten the dough with a wooden roller coated with flour. I devote my energies to the cookie cutters, plural. It is all heaped together. Okay, and so right before the cookie cutters, we have it is right before that is cookie cutters, and that's plural, but it is singular. Well, what is underlined is the word it. And so we have to make cookie cutters or the cutters agree with the pronoun. So it wouldn't be A and it wouldn't be B. So then we have to decide is C or D correct. They being all heaped together or they are all heaped together. Well, obviously, they are sounds best. Number 2, I became overwhelmed by my options and lay them all out. What are we laying out? We have to figure that out. We're laying out the options. Options are plural, them is plural. And if you look over here, it and each one are singular, so those would not be correct. Those is plural, but on the ACT, they want you to pick like if the answer's there, they don't want you to go change it. They want you to give the shortest correct answer. Also, they and lay those all out doesn't sound correct. So it's just lay them all out. Down here for number 3, I select those cookie cutter that we will use. Okay, so again, cookie cutter is what we're talking about, and that's singular. Those is plural, so that's not going to work. Our choices are those, it's not that one. There, I selected there, that's possessive, that doesn't make any sense. I select each, that's singular. I select these, cookie cutter, that doesn't sound right either. We're going to go with I select each cookie cutter that we will use. Number 4. My next task is to decorate the newly born shapes with sugar. She takes a step back from the table. Okay, now we haven't talked about a person since way up here. So we're talking about this person right here, my grandma. And it's been so long, we probably need to say her name again. So my grandma takes a step back from the table. Okay, then we go down to number 5. I begin to sprinkle red and green sugar arbitrarily across the top of each cookie. Arbitrarily means like without a plan. Um, and that sounds right. Each and every would not be wrong, but like I said on the ACT, they want you to have the shortest correct answer. So and they don't want you to change something if it's correct. So each is what we're going to use. Number 6, I release the crystals from my hand, and wherever it lands up is fine with me. So we've got to figure out what ends up. It's not hand. We're talking about the crystals. I release the crystals. Well, crystals are plural and it is singular. So wherever, J would be too long because we want the shortest correct answer. Those is plural. F is plural, G is plural, J is too long, so it's wherever they end up is fine with me. All right, so you are going to just enter those into Echo and submit. Let's see if we can stop. I don't know how to stop it.